Hey y'all, just got back home from a really great afternoon. I had practice with Jewel Beast, but actually it wasn't a practice, it was a band meeting. We have to find a new singer already. Thankfully it's not an acrimonious split, it's just kind of the leader of the band, Corey, could kind of sense this all along, that the guy that we had singing with us, he's got a lot on his plate, he's a young man. He leads his own band, and I think he's going to be getting married here pretty soon. That's what I think. So anyway, at the band practice, we're going to continue, and we're going to be trying out some new singers starting next week. I'm going to try some females, actually, which I'm happy about. But Leah, our percussionist, when we were leaving, I said, I'm going to go to the record store, see if there's anything. And she said, oh, you ever been to Joe's? No, and it's a thrift store that I have been to, but I didn't realize they had any records in the back. So I went to, and it's actually Jim's. So I went to Jim's, and everything was 75 cents, and I didn't find anything earth-shattering. You always look for that, but I bought some records, so I'm going to show you. I also bought some that Miles from Adam. Music Me. Is that it, Adam? It just came, and I haven't even opened it yet, but thank you. About 5 Miles Davis albums. So I probably won't open this video. I'm just going to show you what I bought at the thrift store. And what I'm listening to is one of them. This is Woodlands by Eric Tingstad, Nancy Rumble, and David Lands on the Narada label. Now, this record came out at a time when New Age was trendy, and so it was all about trying to cash in, which destroyed the possibility of a whole new, wonderful genre of music flourishing. But because of the way that it was marketed and the way that it was starbucked, if that's what I call it, became kind of this cliche bullshit. It destroyed the possibility of this positive music making an impact on this sad fucking culture of ours, where we glorify trash, and it's always in my head, guys. This is beautiful. You can hear it in the background. Beautiful music. And this was in perfect condition. Probably never played. It's beautiful. I was able to pick up another one for 75 cents on the Narada label by Michael Jones. Piano solos, seascapes. Haven't heard this yet. There is the possibility that one of these, now the one I'm listening to I already knew, because I know the work of Eric Tingstad, and I like it, and I like what I'm hearing. Hopefully this will be good too. It could be on the light side, you know what I mean? I don't know yet. I have several other Narada albums, and what I have is good quality music. Here's an interesting one that I went ahead and bought that I know nothing about, but it was still sealed. This could end up being kind of some cheese, and then again it might not. McDonnell Douglas Physician Systems Company presents in concert Charles Albertine. So once again, this looks like this came out at that time, 1985, yeah. And this could end up being real cheeseball, but it's still sealed. And the cover is nice enough that it could be good. It could be. It was only 75 cents. I haven't even cracked the seal yet. Okay. I bought some 45s too. Okay, so he's not a guilty pleasure to me, but someone could call him a guilty pleasure, is Gordon Lightfoot. I absolutely treasure Gordon Lightfoot as a singer and an artist and a writer. And I found 2 more of his albums I don't have. Endless Wire. Now I'll explain to you what it is about Gordon Lightfoot that I can get into as opposed to a whole lot of country artists. Gordon Lightfoot is from Canada, and he comes from a folk background, and as he's gotten old, and the country, the roots thing, it's part of who he as a person is, so it's in there. But there's something about the way that Gordon Lightfoot sings and writes and arranges his music that smacks of clarity and quality and just a level of quality, and I'm thinking the word class. You know, the man he's got class. This music isn't bullshit, and it doesn't pander, even when he writes songs that are hits, like the hit on this album, Daylight Katie. It's the first song. I love it. Gordon Lightfoot. Love this man's music. I love his voice. Here, I didn't look this one up yet, but this is one from back in the day that I used to see all the time in the alternative magazines, like it was something. I don't remember ever hearing it, but I found it today for 75 cents. Jeff Warrian Figures on the Twin Tone label out of Minnesota. So I popped this on, and it's good right away. It's somewhere between pop and rock. I got to look this up. This was one of my finds of the day, though, for 75 cents. Yeah, this was a nice find. You got to be careful about picking up Tim Weisberg records. Most of the time I don't, okay, when I see them even for $1. But I picked this one up, Hurtwood Edge. I popped it on a little bit, and I think I got it right. He has some real, just like albums where it sounds like they wrote it in, you know what I mean? They just sent it in with the mail, like nobody's really even home playing. This one sounds like there's going to be some good playing and some maybe a little bit of fire on this album. Tim Weisberg. I was really happy to find this, so I guess I found a couple things I'm happy about, actually, always. This is the kind of stuff that thrift stores. Of course, I saw all the Barry Manilow and all the cheesy Christmas records and all those crazy psychotic Christian records that you see in all the thrift stores. But I was happy to find this, Preston Reed, The Road Less Traveled. This is an excellent guitarist, and I have one other of his albums on CD, which is how I got introduced to him. I love his playing. Thankfully, I mean, he's got the bluegrass tradition, and he can pick. He's got a real excellent technique. But what I like is that it doesn't stay bluegrass. You know what I'm saying? He gives it his own signature sound. And the other album that I have by him on CD has some of my favorite chill out songs all time. So this was a real nice find to find something by him on vinyl. Preston Reed. Really good guitarist. I bought this. When their first album came out, I bought it and was greatly disappointed, but I bought it because I love the cover. Just a little bit too much on the pop side at the time. I see this all the time, but today I saw it for 75 cents. I didn't notice that until I got home. But you know, I put this on already, and this is good pop. This will stick around for a little while. I'll give it a few listens. This is the other Gordon Lightfoot album I found. And I actually had never seen this album, Shadows. And I played some of this already, and I like it. I mean, Gordon Lightfoot is someone I admire, and I really like his approach to his craft. I think Gordon Lightfoot is exceptional. I really do. I think he's fucking fantastic. Okay, this is interesting. When Jeff, Record Man 58, was over here the other day, we got to talking and looking at some compilations, and he kept trying to think of this other Columbia Records compilation with a blue cover. And I knew what he was talking about, but I couldn't recall the title, and neither could he. But I remember it was a 3-record set. Son of a gun if I didn't find one today. The Music People. The records are beat because there's no inner sleeves, so the records are kind of trashed, but I had to get it. It was only 75 cents. I had one of these when they first came out. You know, Columbia Records has always been good at that, of putting out samplers when they have a whole new batch of releases, and you can buy the sampler for $1 or whatever, brand new, and find out what's going on. This is a really good one. This is how I found out about that band Fields that includes members of Rare Bird and King Crimson. I first heard that the best song on the Fields album is on here, and that's why I hunted that album down, and then come to find out that's the only good song on it. But anyway, I found that today. Here's another new age artist, but a good one. Timothy Donahue, The Fifth Season. Now, I had the great fortune of discovering this man's music by seeing his video on VH1 back in the 80s. So MTV had 120 minutes for alternative. VH1 had New Visions for jazz and new age. And I saw one of his videos, and it was beautiful, and he was playing this instrument, which I had never seen before, and doing a bang-up job on it too. So when I saw this album today, I knew what it was, and I've played a little bit of this too. This is wonderful music. I don't think it's my age. I've always been like this, even when I was a teenager. Always drawn to beauty and beautiful music and calming music. Always have been. So this is right up my alley. You know what I'm saying? Right up my alley. This was interesting that I found this. This is a 12-inch single from Belgium, and I had this, Public Relations. And it was funny. It's like, what is this doing in the thrift store? Is this mine? I don't know how it could be, you know, because I got rid of this a while ago. But I'm glad I bought it back for 75 cents. I played it today. It's got that dated 80s gated sound, but it's synth pop. It's, you know, it's alternative synth rock. It's not poppy. It's that Euro sound. If you know what I'm talking about when I say the label Play It Again Sam Records, kind of that school. Cassandra Complex, Siglos Vente, Neon Judgment. This is somewhere in there. So this was neat. I was surprised. I said, wow. And I looked at it and said, is this my record? It really could be. You know, I am not a fan. And I saw them live, and this music is kitschy to me. But I said, all right, I've never heard it. For 75 cents, I'll give it a spin at least once. Kansas. What is the name of this? Monolith. I put a little bit of this on already, and it's exactly what I thought, which is, you know, it's not that the band is bad, it's just it's like, I'm just stating my opinion, you know. It's like if you were to put progressive rock on levels, first level, second level, third level. This is maybe third, probably more like fourth level to me, you know what I'm saying? I ain't dissing these guys, I'm just telling the truth, you know. This is just kind of more commercially than really creative to me. But I bought it for 75 cents with the idea that sometime I'm gonna try to listen to the whole thing and find out what it is that made them make this record. This next artist, they had 4 of her albums. I don't often listen to her, but she is quality. She's very good. I already have maybe 2 of her albums, so this was a nice find. I only wish what I found was someone like Noy or Kraftwerk, but I found some Joan Armatrading records, track record. I haven't played any of these yet, so I don't know what kind of shape they're in. They look like they're in good shape. Generally speaking, yeah, it looks like they're in good shape. Kind of like, this is how I put it. How like some married couples will buy records kind of like as almost like decorations for the house rather than something they'll actually listen to. So I got this track. I don't know that that's true. That's an observation I don't know is true. I got track record. How cruel. This woman's quality. That's the other thing. Whatever I have to say about her, when I listen to her music, it's obvious that she's a quality artist. She thinks about what she's doing and she tries things. She's not to be pigeonholed. She tries a lot of things. I got that. I got this one, Me, Myself, and I. And this one I had never seen. Secret Secrets. Joan Armatrading. Or Armatrading, however you say her name. Again, someone that I, as an African-American, or just a black person looking at music and the music scene. She's someone from the moment I heard her, I gave her thumbs up for not following the traditional mold. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that, because obviously a lot of black music, the way it sounds, is because of the way people are. But when I see black artists and hear black people making music that is not what you expect, I love it, and more of it. Wes Montgomery, Road Song. I have to check. I might have this. And the cover was a little beat here, but the record, even though there's no inner sleeve, is, I just got to clean it up. It's in really good shape. So I grabbed this. I grabbed this expecting that this is going to be trash, but I love the Moody Blues octave. I don't remember hearing this, probably because this is, you know how some artists, they just lose it after a while. There might be something good on this, I don't know, but the Moody Blues really, sapped out after a while. Jerry Rafferty, I respect. He's written some great songs, all the way back to Steelers Wheel. So I've never heard this album, Night Owl. I used to have the big one with the big hit. I had it on red vinyl, actually, when it first came out. But I've never heard this, so I thought I'd get this. I'll bet there's some really good songs on here. Bought this and played it already, and it was just because I've never bothered to buy an ABC record. And they had a hit, but listening to the band play, these guys are kind of sad. And then I bought this Dr. Buzzard's original Savannah band because it's in great shape. I've never had much interest in this sort of take me back to the days sort of pastiche approach to making music that like Kid Creole and the Coconuts does, and this is the Savannah band. Now I popped a little bit of this on, and what I will give this is that it does attempt to be a throwback and mix it up with modern day sounds at the same time. So I'll give this a few more chances, you know what I'm saying? It's time to be open-minded, okay? And then I bought some singles. And this was right away cool because I never had this. The Monkees, A Man Without a Dream. I don't even know if I've ever heard this song. With the B-side, Teardrop City. Never seen it before. So this was great. Monkees. And I got some picture sleeve singles from my Genesis collection. Phil Collins, Don't Lose My Number. I love Phil Collins. Against All Odds. When this came out, I actually bothered to go see the movie because of his music. I enjoyed the movie. Let me show my other Phil Collins. I found Take Me Home. I was chuffed. This was also made me happy. Now, he charged me 75 cents a piece for the singles as well as the albums, which I was hoping to get. Come on, man, but he needs to make his money, so I ain't complaining. I got one more. I got One More Night without a picture sleeve by Phil Collins. And The Man with the Horn on the B-side. Don't know if I've heard that. The other singles that I picked up, very happy to add another Bowie single to my collection. China Girl. B-side is Shake It. I'm not collecting Bowie hardcore because that's ridiculous. You all know that. If you're a Bowie collector or ever have been, that just gets ridiculous. There's just way too much. I got a bunch of these, but not a U.S. one. Big Time by Peter Gabriel. I've got several different import copies of this song, but this is my first U.S. copy, I think. I said, what the hell? Go ahead and get it. Two Tribes, Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Not a fan. But no, this was great radio music. No, I'll give it to him. Yeah, this was, when this came on, this was cool to hear. Oh, shit. I had another Phil Collins, Sussudio. Wow. So, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Phil Collins singles. Fantastic. And I also got Tonight, Tonight, Tonight by Genesis because I did not I have to look. I don't think I have this US picture sleeve. And then my boys, Aha. The Sun Always Shines on TV. Love this band. These guys are quality pop. Quality. And Driftwood, the B-side. I love it. I actually have a 12-inch single of this. Had it forever. I love the B-side better than the A-side. Driftwood. See if it's on YouTube. Fantastic pop song, if you ask me. Duran Duran. This is one of my favorite songs by Duran Duran. I'll be honest, I've only bought singles by Duran Duran, no records, but they have songs I like. New Moon on Monday is another one I really like, but Notorious, this is a cool song, actually. You know, I give credit where credit's due, but again, I have my own aesthetic of what I like and what I don't like. So, like, for example, I can hang with a little bit of Duran Duran, but not Foreigner or Styx. Well, no, a little bit of Styx. I know people really like Styx. Worst concert I ever seen was Styx. These guys were terrible. It wasn't because they were a bad band. Something was wrong that night. Okay, Jackson's Body. Thinking about Michael Jackson. So that's what I got. And it's over 20 minutes. I got to stop. I want to say thanks again, Adam, for selling me the miles. I'll be opening that up in a second. Thank you so much, people. And as many people say, keep the vinyl spinning, keep it in the groove, do your thing, people. Music is love. Someone was asking me to explain more about my sound and how I approach making music. I will do that soon.